Can we please have all swimmers for the first 3 events to the marshalling area, please? The 200 medley team, women's 200 free, and the men's 200 free. So the mixed medley, the men's and women's free. If you can make your way to the marshalling area, please. Thank you. Welcome everybody then to our final session of counties this year. A fairly short session. We've got 3 events in effect. We've got the mixed medley team, 200 metre medley team, then the women's 4x50 relay, followed by the men's 4x50 relay. And there are, what do we do after that? Let's flip through my pages here. We then have, I'll get there. So yeah, we've got some medley relays and then we'll have some finals afterwards.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please show your appreciation to all
Thank you, everybody, and welcome. We'll be going pretty much straight away. Our first event, 651, the mixed 10 years and over 200 medley team relay. We have, how many heats do we have? 1, 2, 3, 3 heats. And if we can have the swimmers for the first heat to poolside, please, that would be helpful. Marshals, send the swimmers out to poolside. So we won't be announcing the teams for the first few events because there are finals for those. But in our first event, as they come out to poolside, we're in lane 3, Bishop Stortford in lane 4, Potters Bar in lane 5. Event 651, Heat 1, referee. Four by 50 medley relay then. 10 years and over, Heat 1, we're in lane 3, Bishop Stortford 4, Potters Bar in lane 5. It's a good fun session this afternoon, just a few relays. And the finals associated with them. And at the moment it is Potters Bar, Thomas Stanbury with the lead, a body length advantage over the rest of the field. Potters Bar come up, they hand over to their second swimmer, their breaststroke swimmer. Bishop Stortford just behind them, and we're not far behind. We're beginning to catch up Bishop Stortford as they move up towards the turn end. We're in the lead, Bishop Stortford in second, Potters Bar in third. Long underwater phase, especially for Bishop Stortford. We're just in the lead, Bishop Stortford beginning to catch. They come underneath the flags, nothing much to choose between them, stroke for stroke. And they hand over, slightly better entry or takeover by Bishop Stortford. We're just marginally behind, but a huge underwater phase for the Bishop Stortford swimmer. The male swimmer versus the female swimmer of Potters Bar. We're in third place at the moment. Callum Cox of Bishop Stortford getting a huge advantage for Bishop Stortford. He's going to be halfway back down the pool before the others have handed over to their anchor leg. We're in next then, Potters Bar. Not much to choose between them as they went in. Bishop Stortford, Laura Burgess in the lead. No doubt at all they're going to win this heat as she comes underneath the flags. The last couple of strokes. Winning time, 1:54.52. And then we have Potters Bar and Ware. So these heats are cyclically seeded. So the third fastest entry team was Bishop Stortford, which won that heat. 1:54.52 their time. Heat 2, referee. Royston in 1, Ware B in 2, Hoddesdon 3, Hatfield 4, Costa 5, Costa B 6, and Tring B in lane 7. As I say, cyclically seeded, so the fastest teams spread across these three heats. And Hatfield and Costa vying for the lead now. No, they're not. It's Costa and Costa B, lanes 5 and 6. Costa A team just ahead in lane 5 as they come up to the handover. Costa A go in, Costa B now. And then it's Hatfield in the middle of the pool, going in third. into the breaststroke. Costa in the lead. Daniel Hollis of Costa. Then Costa B in second place, which is Yasmin Meadows. Katrina and Caitlin Hartley of Hatfield in third. Costa in the lead. They hand over to their fly swimmer. Long way ahead of the rest of the field. 59.19 against 104, so 5 seconds ahead, just under. Costa in the lead. Costa B drifted back to third place with Hatfield in second. Hatfield looking to close up on Costa. They turn. Hatfield have the fastest entry time. They've chosen to go with female, female, male, male, where I think Costa have done the opposite. So the faster swimmers back loaded for Hatfield. Ben Davison then overhauling Kirsty Fuge moving into the lead. Hatfield turn, now about 3 meters in the lead. Hatfield coming back down towards the start end. Hatfield in the lead. Costa in second place. Hatfield take the win. Costa A coming in to finish. They are in second place, and Costa B just going to come in and get third, holding off a fast finishing fourth place team of Ware B. So the winning time, 1:55.55, actually slightly slower than Bishop Stortford of the first heat. Clear the pool towards the sides, please, swimmers. Heat 3, referee. Third heat underway. Nice start there for Watford, the fastest entrant on a 1:53. They turn somewhat ahead of the rest of the field. That is who's swimming for them. Benjamin Green swimming for Watford. Watford in the lead. Watford B team in second place just next to them, and then third place in lane 2 at the moment is Tring. Watford hand over to their second swimmer, clearly faster than the B team. Second B team. Well, B team second swimmer goes in, and it's pretty tight for the next positions. Verulam just into the third place. Watford back in the lead. In lane 4, Luke Flynn about to hand over to Amy Borum. He hands over to her, 57.62 at the halfway point. We've now got Watford B just hanging on to second place, but Verulam coming back fast. Not Verulam, sorry, it's Tring coming back in third place. Watford A disappeared over the horizon. They're coming back down towards the start end. Watford B swimming pretty well here. Then Tring in third place. The next team is Verulam. Meanwhile, Watford A handing over to that anchor leg, which is Madison Whittaker, Watford B about to hand over to the anchor leg, Megan Worley. And then in third place at the moment, James Monks handing over to Isabella Dalton for Tring. Watford A, long way in the lead. Watford B in second place, Tring in third. Fourth place is Verulam as Watford A come down towards the flags. 2 or 3 strokes left to go now. Watford A, 156.62. Watford B in second place, 2:02. And then a fast finishing Tring, 2:05.82. So I think just my rough estimate here, anybody in the 150s is probably in the final. I don't know after that, I haven't been keeping a good enough note. But the top 5, the winning heat times, 154 for the first one, 156 for the second one, 155 for the third heat. So that concludes our first event. We move on to our second one, which is the women's 4x50 freestyle relay. Again, we have a final for this, so I won't be introducing the teams team by team for this event. But in our first first heat, it'll be Bushy, Costa, Bishop Stortford, Tring, Watford B and Tring B. Event 652, Heat 1, referee. Off we go then, 4x50, women's relays. Lane 4, going out well. Bishop Stortford, Lucy Wheeler swimming for Bishop Stortford. They turn first. Back down towards the start end. It's pretty tight for second at the moment. It's Tring, Verity Billingham swimming for Tring. And then Chloe Simpson of Watford B in lane 6, 1, 2 and 3. As Bishop Stortford hand over to their second swimmer, 27.74. Imogen Tang now in for Bishop Stortford. Coming back pretty fast on her in lane 5 is Katrina Dalton for Tring. Bishop Stortford in the lead, Tring in second place. It's tight for the next position, but it's Costa, Kirsty Fuge swimming for Costa. As Bishop Stortford extending a nice lead. Best part of 5 metres now. They hand over to their third swimmer, Emma Fields. Tring hand over to Talia Williams. And then it's still just in third place in lane 2, Bushy, but coming back on Bushy is Costa. So in the lead, Bishop Stortford, Tring in second place. Costa just ahead of Bushy for third and fourth as we move towards the anchor legs. Bishop Stortford, long way in the lead. Emma Fields handing over to Laura Burgess. Tring just holding on to second place, but it's tight. Tring in second and Costa in third. Bishop Stortford, long way out in the lead. It's tight for the next couple of positions. At the moment, Tring just have the advantage from Costa from Bushy. Bishop Stortford coming back down, another dominant swim, fastest or third fastest entrant, 152.06 for them. Second fastest entrant, there's only 2 heats. Tring swimming well there to come in second on a 159.46, and third place went to Costa, 159.87. So 59, 52, 59, 59, the top 3 times from the first heat. Second heat, moving on to poolside, we've got Royston, Verulam, Stevenage, Hatfield, Watford, Pottersbar, Ware and Cheshunt. So 8 teams, 32 swimmers in total. Packed poolside at the start end with Hatfield with a 150 entry time in lane 4. Charlotte Williams, Katie Jeffrey, Jessica Keogh and Megan Gray making up the Hatfield team. Event 651, this is a disqualification by the way. Event 651, Heat 3, Lane 6, disqualified for a technical infraction. Heat 2, a referee. Heat 2 underway. And Hatfield going out well in lane 4. Not far behind them, lane 1, Royston. Charlotte Williams for Hatfield, though, in the lead. Massively faster entry time than the other teams in this heat. So we'll see how they do in the water. Charlotte moving away from the rest of them. Second place is Potter's Bar, Gabriela Gomez-Pavon. Charlotte Williams comes under the flag. Hatfield hand over to their second team, swimmer, Kate Jeffrey. Potter's Bar in second place, Stevenage in third. Hatfield extending the lead. Potter's Bar in second, and in third now is Watford in lane 5. Kate Jeffrey of Hatfield in the lead. It's close for second place. Hatfield in the lead. Watford second, Stevenage in third. Jessica Keogh swimming for Hatfield, she turns. Coming back down, 6-7 metres advantage. Then we've got Watford, followed by Stevenage. Not too much to choose between them. And just behind both of those teams and moving up towards them is Potter's Bar. As Jessica Keogh hands over to the anchor leg. That's Megan Gray for Hatfield. It's tight now for the next positions. Watford just ahead of Potter's Bar. Stevenage and Verulam not far behind them. Hatfield turning at the turn end, 25 metres left for the Hatfield team to complete the relay. It's Watford in second place, and Stevenage and Potter's Bar vying for third. As Hatfield come underneath the flags, 2 or 3 strokes left to go. They finish on a 1:51. And then second place goes to Watford on 1:57, Stevenage on 1:58. So both of those should make the final by my reckoning. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 more teams. I'm guessing it's going to be Potter's Bar. And after that, I'm not too sure. So a disqualification for you. Event 652, Heat 1, Lane 7, disqualified for a technical infraction. We move on to event 653. This is the men's 4x50 team relay. Heat 1, referee. Three teams in this first heat. Potter's Bar, B. Bishop Stortford and Costa, lanes 3, 4 and 5. Not much to choose between them at the turn. Callum Cox of Stortford, marginal advantage. Long underwater phase for Callum. And he's still just in the lead, ahead of Nathaniel Mapley of Costa. Potter's Bar then hand over first, then Costa. Bishop Stortford first, then Costa, then Potter's Bar. Jacob Haves of Bishop Stortford still in the lead. Costa not too far behind, just marginally behind is Daniel Hollis of Costa. And Luke Martell of Potter's Bar in third place. They've drifted back about 4 or 5 metres. The lead two teams just a few centimetres between us. They come into the handover at the halfway point. Nice entries for both teams. Slight advantage, I would suggest, by Costa. Ahead of Bishop Stortford, but in the water it is Bishop Stortford still in the lead. They go up to the turn. At the turn end, it's now half a body length. Bishop Stortford from Costa. Potter's Bar catching them up. A little bit behind, but moving up towards them. Bishop Stortford in the lead. Costa in second place. And then Potter's Bar handing over now. This is the anchor leg. Bishop Stortford starting to romp away from the rest of the field. It's Callum Davis for Stortford. Alexander Calverboa swimming for Costa, with Kobe Cornwell, the anchor leg for Potter's Bar. As Bishop Stortford move away underneath the flags, they've got a clear advantage. And they finish in a time 1:40.76. See how that does compared with the other teams. Second place was on a 1:42.91 was Costa, and then Potter's Bar third on 1:44. Heat 2, a referee. Stand down, swimmers, just stand down a moment, please. Hoddesdon in lane 1, we're in lane 2, both the B teams. Harpenden in lane 3, Watford in 4, Bushy in 5, Costa B in 6, Harpenden B in 7, Royston in lane 8. And it is Bushy in the lead. Ashley Coombs taking them out first. Bushy in the lead. Bushy spectators or other swimmers behind me, you may be able to hear them. They're certainly very enthusiastic as William Preston just holds on to lead for Bushy. Coming back on him, Watford in lane 4, and then Harpenden in 3. But Bushy have the lead at the moment. William Preston just holding off Luke Flynn for Watford. Not too much to choose between them as they come into the handover at the halfway point. A nicer entry there for Bushy from Watford, with a 49.59 against a 49.72. Third place swimmer, Harpenden, looking quite fast on this third leg. The lead two teams turn. Bushy having a nice underwater phase. Daniel Ord from Judah Suba. And Bushy extending their advantage away from the rest of the field. Bushy in the lead. Watford in second place. And Harpenden in third. Very fast swim here, Benjamin Green of Watford. But Alex Twyford up to the challenge at the moment, swimming well. Underwater phase for Watford is slightly better, but Bushy holding on at the moment. Watford versus Bushy, it's going to be on the touch, it's very tight. I think Watford just took it. Watford 139.43 on the touch. It looked an awful lot closer in real life. Bushy second, 139.57. Harpenden third, 142.90. So 139.43. The fastest time so far. Bushy on a 139.57. Second fastest, and then Harpenden's 142. About fourth fastest. So it's possible, if not probable, Bushy will get into the final. And we've moving on to that final momentarily, the third heat. The final heat, that is. It's not the final, but the third and last heat of this event. So the teams in this last heat: Stevenage, Watford B, Ware, Hatfield, Potters Bar, Hoddesdon, Tring and Verulam. Hatfield the fastest entrant, 1:36, which would be the fastest time if they achieve that, versus the 1:39.45 for Bushy in our second heat. Heat 3, referee. Last heat underway for this event, and not much to choose between them. Slight advantage to Potters Bar at the moment. Jake Moore in lane 5. That slight advantage moved up to half a metre to a metre's advantage. Coming off the turn, Potters Bar still in the lead. Second place coming back on them now is Hatfield. Ben Davidson swimming for Hatfield. And then Ware, Will Charles. That's your 1, 2, 3 at the first handover. Potters Bar, Hatfield, Ware, 25.73 the handover time. Potters Bar in the lead, Thomas Stanbury just holding on to that lead. He's probably extending it slightly. Joshua Davison of Hatfield, Jamie Joshua rather of Hatfield in second place. Third place, Tobias Sinclair, same order, but there's a slightly bigger gap. Potters Bar just extended the lead from Hatfield at the halfway point. Nice handover to their third swimmer, which is Jack Barnard for Hatfield, for Potters Bar. But Lucas Hartley of Hatfield looking good, just beginning to catch Potters Bar up. Potters Bar, Hatfield, and then Ware, still your 1, 2, 3. Hatfield and Ware beginning to close up. Potters Bar holding on to the lead at the moment. They're swimming well here, somewhat ahead of their entry time. Potters Bar, Hatfield, Ware, the final swimmers going in. James Renton for Potters Bar, looking up the challenge at the moment, is being caught slightly by Jason Ho of Hatfield, but not by much. Potters Bar still in the lead. Hatfield in second place. Of course, there's a final to be had yet, so in a sense it doesn't matter too much as long as you get into the final. But for honours, it went to Hatfield, 141.60. Potters Bar, 141.61. Ware third, 142.14. So those first three should be comfortably into the final. And then after that, we've got some teams from the earlier heats, I would say. So those are the first three events underway. We are now going to have event 654, 2 heats followed by a final, the third heat as a final. Heat 1, a referee. So 4x50 freestyle relay. The women's 13 and under. Cheshunt in lane 3, Hoddesdon B in 4, Tring B in 5. And it's in that order at the moment. Mia Nelson swimming for Cheshunt. She has the lead with the orange hat in lane 3. Red-hatted swimmer Martha Compton for Hoddesdon B in second place. And Tring be a little bit behind them. Cheshunt go in. Aya Robu. Cheshunt still have the advantage. These heats are just normally seeded, so the fastest 8 teams are in the last heat, the slowest 3 teams in this case in the first heat. Cheshunt, though, still in the lead of this first heat. Maya Robu still in the lead. Second place is Hoddesdon B. And then Tring a little bit behind. Freya Morton for Tring, Isabel Cartwright for Hoddesdon. They hand over to their third swimmers, which in Cheshunt's case is Olivia Croft. Then the Hoddesdon B swimmer, Isabel Bradley Smith. And Tring come in to hand over to their third swimmer, which is Freya Manners. Cheshunt holding on to that lead, half a length ahead now of Hoddesdon and almost a length ahead of Tring as Evelyn Bullen finishes. Oh, I've got my order wrong here. That's Olivia Croft finishing, so I have a swimmer ahead. Evelyn Bullen going in for Cheshunt. Still a long way in the lead. Bradley Smith handing over to Whisker for Hoddesdon B. And Tring B. Freya Manners coming down towards the finish. Handing over to Cora Butterworth. Back in the lead. Cheshunt coming underneath the flags. Pretty dominant swim this as they come in and complete the race. 2:13.85. Not much racing in all honesty in the pool, just swimming for the times. I mean, they're racing against each other, but there's nobody close. The second team to finish, Hoddesdon B, 2:28.24. Leaving us Tring B as their final swimmer. Butterworth comes underneath the flags. The last few strokes for her. 2:41.42. Heat 2, referee. Royston in 1, Harpenden in 2, Ware in 3, Hemel Hempstead in 4, Stevenage in 5, Bushy in 6, and Bishop Stortford in lane 7. So the swimmers come up from the underwater phase, and it's Emmy Wormerling of Hemel Hempstead in the lead. It's pretty tight. Bushy just in second place, which will please all the people standing behind me and screaming in my ear as Hemel hand over first. Second place Harpenden, third place Bushy at the first handover. Bushy looking good in lane 6, moving up towards the lead. Lane 2, not too far behind. Harpenden coming forward. Up at the turn though. Bushy turn first, then Hemel, and then Harpenden. 1, 2 and 3. They're moving up towards the halfway mark. Good strong swim here for Bethany Hopkins of Harpenden, moving up into first place. Harpenden in the lead. Bushy in second place. It's tight for third. It goes to Stevenage. Into the third swimmer. Third leg. Harpenden's third swimmer. Annabelle Clark. Rachel Ord swimming for Bushy. Harpenden in the lead. Bushy in second place. And third place at the moment is Hemel Hempstead. Coming towards the anchor leg. Bushy moved back into the lead. Rachel Ord having a good, oh maybe they haven't, it's very close here to 1:43.20 against 1:43.27, 7/100ths in it. The advantage being to Harpenden. Bushy in second place. Lane 4, Hemel Hempstead coming back well as they come up towards the turn. Harpenden in the lead. Bushy in second place. Hemel Hempstead in third. Paige Brewster swimming for Harpenden. Hemel Hempstead doing well here, moving up into second place. Bushy may drift back to third. A good strong swim for Harpenden. They take the win, 2:15. Hemel second, 2:15.79. Bishop Stortford third, 2:16.38. So that is the end of Heat 2. We will introduce you to the teams in Heat 3, the timed final, once the pool side is clear. The finalists then in this event: in lane 1, Costa B. Lane 2, Hoddesdon. Lane 3, Costa. Lane 4, Hatfield. Lane 5, Hatfield B. Lane 6, Watford. Lane 7, Potters Bar. And in lane 8, Tring. Referee. In they go then, and out of the transition in the lead, it's Hatfield in first place. Verity Fuge swimming off for Hatfield, taking the Hatfield team up to a good lead, almost a body length advantage over Costa in lane 3 and Hoddesdon in lane 2. Hatfield in the lead, Hoddesdon in second place. Costa in second place and Hoddesdon just a little bit behind them for third. Hatfield hand over to their second swimmer, which is Gigi Rubishek-Smith. She holds on to the lead. It's a good race here between Costa and Hoddesdon, with Costa still having the advantage. Hoddesdon in second place. Over at the far end of the pool on the screen, it is Tring moving up well. Hatfield in the lead. Tring probably in third place, with Costa in second, as Hatfield come down towards the start end. Hand over to their third swimmer, Cassandra Pereira. Let's get it right. Second place, Costa. Tring in third. It's going to swap around a little bit for third, I think. First and second look reasonably secure at the moment. Hatfield being first, Costa being second. Hatfield coming down towards their anchor leg. Cassandra goes underneath the flags. Alexandra Nerney, the anchor leg for Hatfield, they're in the lead. Costa in second place. Hoddesdon now in third. Hoddesdon being in lane 2. So it's tight for third. Hoddesdon look okay at the moment for third. Hatfield in the lead. Costa in second place. And it is Hoddesdon in third. Coming down towards the flags then for Hatfield. Hatfield take a fairly comfortable win. Costa coming up now, fairly safe second, and I would say a reasonably safe third for Hoddesdon. So not too much, or not small gaps between the top 3 teams. 1:59.87, just under the 2-minute mark for Hatfield, then 2:05.23 and 2:07.65 for third place. So we have our final event of this session, apart from the finals from earlier. This is event 655, the men's 200 medley team. 2 heats, the first one now, and then we will introduce the finalists on the second one. In the first heat, we have Royston, Ware, Potters Bar, Tring, Stevenage, and Hoddesdon B. Heat 1, referee. So the medley team relay underway with lane 4 going out fastest. Potter's Bar, Kabir Patel swimming for them. He turns, kicks off the wall in the lead. Second place is Tring in lane 5. Third place Ware in lane 3. Centre lanes taking out the first 3 positions. George Reeves for Ware, Ben Hunwick for Tring. Potter's Bar hand over to their second swimmer in the lead. Tring next, then Ware. Not far behind them, Royston. Potter's Bar in the lead then, looking good on the breaststroke. It's Luca Batosta Padin. He's halfway through his breaststroke leg. James Godden for Tring next in lane 5. And nice underwater phase for Ware, Harry Revel. Still 1, 2 and 3 in that order. Potter's Bar looking okay to finish in the lead at the end of breaststroke. Hand over to their fly swimmer, that is Rocco Tinerello. And coming fast now, Tring's Joshua Tyak and Billy Sill for Ware. So it's going to compress up a little bit here. So Potter's Bar, Ware, Tring. Potter's Bar still in the lead. Ware moving up towards the lead. Ware having a good fly leg here. Ware in the lead. Potter's Bar just next, and then a very nice dive in there for Tring, which is Sebastian Kakiole. So it is Potter's Bar back into the lead. George Boyce from the underwater phase, he's in the lead. Tring in second place, Ware in third. It's tight. It is Tring. Potter's Bar, though, looking very safe and secure. Take the win, 2:13. Potter's Bar take the win then, 2:13.94. Tring second, Ware third. As always, check the final published results in case there are any disqualifications coming through, as our 7th place team, Hoddesdon B, complete the heat. So we have a final then now, which I will introduce momentarily. The finalists then, in lane 1, Hoddesdon. Lane 2, Costa B. Lane 3, Costa. Lane 4, Watford. Lane 5, Hatfield. Lane 6, Hatfield B. Lane 7, Bishop Stortford. And in lane 8, Harpenden. Referee. Final underway. Lane 4, Watford looking good. Rafferty May taking the backstroke leg for Watford as they go into the turn. Watford in the lead, Hatfield in second place. Not much to choose for third place. Costa A, Costa B vying for that honour. Back in the lead, it's Watford just in the lead, just ahead of Hatfield. Rafferty May from Baskerville, they hand over to their second swimmers. Watford slightly in the lead, then Hatfield. Costa in third place. Chun Ho Chan swimming for Watford, he's in the lead. Just ahead of Oscar Chaplin, just ahead of Daniel Williams from Hatfield. A very nice fast turn there from Williams, but still losing a little bit of distance from Ho Chan of Watford. It's Costa A team, Oscar Chaplin in third place, beginning to catch the leaders up. Over to the fly swimmers, Watford in the lead, Hatfield in second place, Costa in third. Bosianu in the lead for Watford. Ryan Ingram in second place for Costa. Rubishek Smith it's Matthew Jennings of Costa in third. Watford still in the lead then. Slight advantage being opened up. Watford from Hatfield. Costa just coming in now to hand over to their anchor leg as Watford just begin to move away from Hatfield. We're into the last 25 metres. Coming off the wall, Hatfield looking good here. Luke Barnard just beginning to accelerate. It's Daniel Belsey. And it's Belsey from Gibson. I think Watford might just take this over. Having said that, it looked like Hatfield. 1:57.00, take it by 9/100 from Watford. 1:57.09 for Watford in second place, Costa 2:03.61. It's a very nice finish there for Hatfield, just strong enough to take the win. So that completes that event. A quick disqualifications for you before we go on to the finals. Event 655, Heat 1, lanes 3 and 6, each disqualified for a technical infraction. 655, Heat 1. So we now have got our final 3 finals, taken from the heats we had a little bit earlier on. It doesn't seem that long ago. It wasn't that long ago. It was about 40 minutes ago. So we've got the mixed open or 10 years and over 200 metre medley team relay. And the swimmers in that final are in lane 1, where in lane 2, Watford B team. In lane 3, Watford. Lane 4, Bishop Stortford. Lane 5, Hatfield. Lane 6, Costa. Lane 7, Potter's Bar. And in lane 8, Costa B. Referee. Our first final then, or first of these last 3 finals, and it is Watford going out first. Benjamin Green, the seed times from the heats, not a huge difference, 154 for Bishop Stortford in the middle, then 56 and 55 for Watford and Hatfield. And it's Watford in the lead in lane 3, and a good swim there for Costa in lane 6. Watford just have it, Costa in second place. And third place is, at the moment, it's Potter's Bar in lane 7. Watford still in the lead. Luke Flynn, the Watford swimmer. Costa in second place, Daniel Hollis. And then in between them is lane 4, Bishop Stortford, Callum Davis. So we almost all male swimmers in the first 4 positions. Watford hand over to their fly swimmer, which is Amy Boreham. Coming back on her now is Bishop Stortford, Callum Cox. So slightly different order of swimmers. Callum Cox swimming for Bishop Stortford, moves them up into the lead. Amy Boreham still in second place for Watford. And at the moment in third place is Costa, but Potters Bar coming back on them well. The other way round rather. Let's get it right. It is Hatfield in third place. Into the anchor legs. Bishop Stortford looking good. Laura Burgess comes into that final turn. She's got 3 metres advantage over Hatfield's Ben Davison. Ben Davison's now got to make up 2 or 3 metres. He could do this. He's now got 2 metres. He's not going to make it, I don't think. Just coming up towards the flags. He doesn't make it. Bishop Stortford take the win, 1:53.66. Hatfield in second place, and third place go to Watford. Event 657, the women's 10 and over, 200 metre free team. In lane 1, Bushy. In lane 2, Potters Bar. Lane 3, Watford. Lane 4, Hatfield. Lane 5, Bishop Stortford. Lane 6, Stevenage. Lane 7, Tring. And in lane 8, Costa. Referee. Hatfield just in the lead up from the underwater phase. Charlotte Williams has the lead for them at the moment. Second place is Stevenage, Lucy Croker. Hatfield in the lead. Bishop Stortford and Stevenage not far behind. It's pretty tight here. Hatfield and Bishop Stortford vying for the lead. Stevenage just a little bit behind. Bishop Stortford hand over first, then Hatfield, then Stevenage. It's still a tight race in the centre of the pool. Watford coming back, Stevenage drifting back a little bit. But Hatfield and Bishop Stortford, stroke for stroke, they turn, push off the pads pretty much at the same time. They're still swimming side by side. Slight advantage to Bishop Stortford. Imogen Tang from Katie Jeffrey. But we're only talking a few centimetres as they come down towards the anchor leg, and Bishop Stortford having a Hatfield having a better handover. Jessica Keogh coming out of the underwater phase better. Bishop Stortford in second place now. Up towards the turn. Hatfield in the lead. Bishop Stortford in second place. And third place is Stevenage. Sophie Lyon back at the front. Bishop Stortford just overtaken Hatfield now. It's very tight. It's going to be on this final swim. They push off the wall pretty much at the same time. The clock belies the fact that they were somewhat close on that as they dived in. Bishop Stortford versus Hatfield. Stortford have the advantage. Hatfield in second place into the turn. Stortford about half a metres advantage. Down to the final half-length sprint. Bishop Stortford in the lead. Megan Gray swimming for Hatfield. Burgess for Stortfield. Bishop Stortford still have it. Hatfield coming back. Hatfield might take this one. It's away on the touch. And it just goes to Bishop Stortford. 1:52.05. 5 100s from Hatfield. I have to say, I thought Hatfield had it, but not quite. Third place, Stevenage, 1:56.24. Our final race then for these championships, event 658, the men's 10 years and over 200 metre freestyle team, and those teams are in lane 1, Harpenden. Lane 2, Potters Bar. Lane 3, Bishop Stortford. Lane 4, Watford. Lane 5, Bushy. Lane 6, Hatfield. Lane 7, Ware. And in lane 8, Costa. Referee. Our last race then of these championships is underway. It's lane 3, Bishop Stortford, Callum Cock, early lead as they go up to the first turn. It's now lane 5, Bushy, just in the lead. Ashley Coombs of Bushy. Bushy's had some good relays. Their team aren't standing behind me anymore, so slightly less vocal, but Bushy in the lead. Watford in second place, Bishop Stortford in third. William Pressland has the advantage, still moving away from the rest of the field. Bushy, Watford, Bishop Stortford 1, 2, 3, and then we've got Potters Bar and Harpenden 4 and 5. Lanes 5 down to 1. Coming up to the handover at the halfway point. Watford gaining some ground. Bushy still just in the lead. Watford in second place, 0.27 behind them. And Potters Bar moved up into third. It's a good race at the front. Potters Bar and Bishop Stortford beginning to put some pressure on for places 1 and 2. But at the moment, coming a lovely transition there. It's Bushy's Daniel Ord swimming well. Jeffrey Jill of Watford not keeping up with him. Handing over to the anchor leg. Bushy go in, nice handover. Then Watford. And then Bishop Stortford in third place. But look at this, Benjamin Green of Watford looking fast. Catching up, Alex Twyford of Bushy. Bushy taking half a metre advantage, but I think Watford could take this one down the last length. This is the final half length of the county championships. Playing out, and Bushy have it at the moment. They should hold on to this one. 2 or 3 strokes left to go. Bushy take the win. Excellent final length for them. Watford in second place. Bishop Stortford in third. The winning time, 1:38.71. So well done everybody, thank you swimmers. Do remember to collect your medals from the medal table if you have won one. So many thanks to all our swimmers, our coaches, officials and volunteers for all your contributions and hard work. I've been here